Jennings and Willie Nelson wrote the lyrics to Good-Hearted Woman in a hotel room during a poker game. The lyrics show the archetypal country song relationship of a scoundrel and the woman with the heart of gold. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timin' man, and through teardrops and laughter they're going to pass through this world hand in hand, are just two samples of the lyrics. Jennings got the title from a newspaper headline about Ike and Tina Turner's performance. Nelson contributed a few lines, but jokingly claims, he, Waylon, had it about 3/4 of the way done and I gave him a word or two and took half the song. The lyrics are about a no-good partying man taken apart from his own life. On a handwritten lyric sheet, he decorates the margins with doodles of Coulter and 2 drawings that are symbolic of how he views their relationship. The traditional heart pierced by an arrow with their initials in it, and a set of interlocking bullhorns with their names inside, paying also at the same time homage to his Texas roots. The song has been on more than one of Jennings' albums, but it made its debut on the 1972 Good-Hearted Woman. Other studio versions include a rendering on the 1976 album, Wanted, The Outlaws, where Willie Nelson provides vocals on the track. In live performances, Jennings often changes the lyrics to acknowledge his own faults, such as when he sings She Don't Understand My Mickey Mouse Ways instead of She Don't Understand His Wicked Ways, and to poke fun at his image as a womanizer by changing the chorus to She's a good-hearted woman in love with the world's youngest dirty old man. Following the 1976 studio version where Nelson's vocals were added to the song, Jennings would announce in concert, "Here's Willie," and cover one nostril and sing lines in imitations of Nelson's trademark nasal sound. Let's go now to slides 9 and 10. Part of Jennings' persona was that of a womanizer, which he alludes to in the lyrics for Waymore's Blues, where he writes, "I got a good woman, what's the matter with me? What makes me want to love every woman I see?" Or in the Lee Clayton penned Ladies Love Outlaws, where he uses the following line that plays on his nickname, "Waymore had a reputation as a ladies' man." His marriage to Coulter took on mythological proportions in country music. She came to symbolize and personify the good-hearted woman of the lyrics, seeing him through years of drug abuse and nursing him through his quest for sobriety, and in his final years through ill health such as diabetes and heart problems that stem from his rowdier days. In interviews and his autobiography, Jennings talks about Coulter's role in their marriage, crediting her for having the emotional strength to see both of them through, even if it meant putting her own career on the side while the spotlight shone on him. Jennings' drawing of his wife in the margin of a commissioned lyric sheet for Good-Hearted Woman is labeled My Jessie. The possessive is something he used on stage as well. In one 1983 performance honoring George Jones, Jennings introduces Coulter before they sing the song she penned, Storms Never Last. As she takes her place next to him on stage, Jennings gives her a once-over and turns to the audience, points at Jessie and mouths the word, mine, as if he can't quite believe it. Coulter wrote the song Storms Never Last, and Jennings claims he pulled it out of the trash and saved it, convincing her to record what would become a country music duet standard. In live performances of the song, the couple go through a routine of gestures, flirtation, and kissing on stage that underscore their public image as a devoted pair who've weathered their share of troubles. Let's look now at the final slide. Much of the myth surrounding Jennings is that he was an outlaw, a renegade, an uncompromising individual who fought the Nashville system and won. His performances are raw and real and genuine, but there's a sense that he's thought long and hard about each word, note, and gesture. Jennings felt such a tight bond with his road band that he bristled at the Nashville system of using studio musicians on records. He recalled times in the studio where he and producers would argue about Jennings' wanting to use members of his road band rather than the more technically proficient studio regulars, who he claimed did not understand what he was trying to do. Jennings preferred for his studio albums to reflect what he was like on stage. The live performances have been recorded to show Jennings at a variety of stages in his career, revealing his evolution as a star and as a man. The ways in which he changes lyrics or presentation shows that he did not take himself too seriously and wanted to create moments in the music that allowed his audience to identify with and commune with him. Jennings' performance may show some playful ego, such as when he introduces himself to the audience during a highwayman show in Scotland. Jennings tells the audience My name's Waylon, and his ain't, and his ain't, and his ain't, as he points to Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson, who are sharing the stage with him. And that's all you need to know, he says. However, he can be counted on to deflate the image before anyone else can, by delivering his more macho songs with an ironic tone, or following up a line of bragging stage banter with a song like Too Dumb for New York, Too Ugly for L.A. Members of Jennings' road band stayed with him for several years at a time, so he was able to build not only a solid unit and rapport within the band, but as a group they were able to leave space within the music for the improvised moments, something that's keenly heard in the licks Jennings and Ralph Mooney trade during many songs, and in the loose, funky drumming of Richie Albright, who noted that most of the time the only direction Jennings would give the band was the first song. Other than that, there was no stage list. This chemistry among the group gave all of them a place to find inspiration within the mundane. Jennings' music was a hybrid of styles and sensibilities that reflect the simplicity expected of country music, while also being emotionally and conceptually complex. Jennings creates a persona of toughness, spontaneity, and rebellion. His persona influenced the idea of masculinity for a generation of men growing up in rural America, and seeped into the larger culture where he became a symbol of rebellion and individuality. His performances on record and live took the music back to its most raw and powerful form. His legacy to country music may have been more artistic control in the performer's hands, but his legacy to American culture is a larger creative spirit which explores the many roots of the country's musical forms.